It can be incredibly easy in today's age to just throw your money month to month at stupid subscriptions. At the beginning of the year, I came up with a goal, which was simply to reduce my spending. And I thought I could share some of this information with you. Over this video, we're going to be going over how to reduce your monthly bills when it comes to entertainment specifically. Now let's talk about the why. Now here in Ontario, the lowest form of Netflix you can get is $6.99 USD with advertisements. That's roughly about $9.50 depending on where the dollar is at. Now, when you start to add Amazon Prime, YouTube Premium, Xbox Game Pass, PlayStation, Nintendo, Spotify, Audible, Apple TV, for me, when I added up all of these monthly services I was paying, it was $140 Canadian a month. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot. However, it's actually cheaper than my hydro and internet combined. So yeah, it's a bit of a large amount of money. So the goal in this video is to find a way to reduce your monthly spending when it comes to entertainment. And then, if you stick around to the end, I'll tell you what to do with your money to make money back. I'm Fuji, and for more ADHD, finance, travel, frugal videos, stay tuned, hit the subscribe button. I'm here once a week. Movies! Luckily, there are tons of video options out there that you can watch for free. Yeah, you'll have to watch ads, but if you think about it, paying $6.99 USD to watch ads on Netflix, you're kind of doing it anyway. So first we're going to talk about is Freebie. Now this is supported by a lot of televisions and hardware, and I'm pretty sure Amazon owns it. However, it's got movies, shows, some older stuff, but you're not paying large amounts of money for TV. And that's what you're going to see with the next two options I'm going to give you. Yeah, you won't have the newest, hottest premium thing, but that's what those companies are trying to get you FOMO'd on. Now, I'm sure you've heard of the second option already, but it's Tubi. I really enjoy this service. I use it every single night instead of Netflix. There's always something interesting to watch on there. Classic movies, some newer movies, tons of horror movies, whether they're good or bad. I don't know. It's worth watching all these shows too because they expand your mind on what is good and what is bad TV. Lastly, what I'd suggest you do is actually check your local television networks. Here in Ontario, we have the CBC Gem app, and it's simply just ad-based cable television, which is great because you don't have to pay for it. So it's possible in your local area, there might be some sort of ad-based cable television. And then there's YouTube. Please stay here forever. It's fantastic. I love this platform. The advertisements are annoying, let's face it. I completely understand that, but when you start to realize and really quantify how much money that you spend a month on ad-free entertainment, you find freedom in free things. Next up is music and audiobooks. Spotify has a free option. Now there are tons of ads on here, but you get to listen to the music that you want and still make playlists, I believe, of whatever you're interested in. Then of course there's YouTube. Love it. You can listen to whatever you want. You can watch the music videos. But there's also Freefee. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The links to all these are down below, by the way. Freefee offers a whole bunch of different features without being overly overwhelming and annoying. As for audiobooks, Librivox is a wonderful way to listen to public domain things. Internet Archive is a good spot to find some movies and audio. And believe it or not, YouTube has a ton of audiobooks as well. Check this out. I got this off Shein for $13, and it has 400 games on it. It's a horrible quality and really bad build. The buttons are a little bit spongy, but absolutely gameable. This will cover your I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. This will cover your old video games, like 80s, 90s, early 2000s. $13 one-time payment. That's the key to things like this. Now this was a little bit more expensive. This was $100. I got this off Amazon. It's called the Anbernic. There'll be a link down below to this as well. This has a bunch of old games I wanted to play on it, but as well as I'm sure you can YouTube how to get games on here, and it pretty much plays everything up until the PlayStation 1. But here's one of the craziest things. If you put these options aside and you just want to use what you have and you want the free option, you're not going to believe this. The library. I have never stepped foot into a library in my life. I had no idea. They've got games, they've got movies, they've got music, they've got audiobooks, they've got books, they've got cookbooks, they've got all sorts of stuff there. You can even get instruments there. Check out your local library and see what you can do with that. And if you think about it, it's kind of like renting a movie or going to Blockbuster in ye old days. It's like you go to a place, you make a day out of it, you rent it, and it's free unless you forget to return it. Then it's not free and they'll charge you. Now, if you still want to spend a little bit of money here and there, what I'd suggest doing is going to a thrift store. You can head over there and buy some physical media for pretty cheap, and then you own it and you can watch it as many times as you want. Facebook Marketplace is always a good spot to find a stack of DVDs for $20 or something. Now, spending money on all of these things can feel like a sweet little treat once in a while. But here's the thing, it's not once in a while, it's every month, and it adds up. For me, as I mentioned earlier, it comes out to about $1,700 per year. And let's face it, this isn't the first year that I've paid for all this stuff. In fact, I've been paying for this stuff since about 2019. 5 years. That's almost 10 grand on media. Now we know how to get around the monthly subscriptions. What do we do with the money you were saving? The $140 each month that I'm saving. You could put it into a high-yield interest savings account for the safe people out there. Some banks offer 3%, 4%. But if you want to play a little bit dangerous, what I would suggest doing is getting an app like Wealthsimple. The stock market could be an entire video unto itself, and I don't want to bore you with that right now. But what I will say is there's a few beginner stocks out there, larger, safer companies. Safer, keep in mind you are gambling. Speaking of gambling, Procter & Gamble is one of them. Coca-Cola, Apple, for example. Putting $140 a month into Coca-Cola for the entire year, that's $1,680 of total investment. All over the last year, the stock's gone up 4.8%. Plus, they give about 3.06% annual dividend just for owning the stock. Meaning at the end of 1 year of investing in this company, I would have made $1,680 initial investment plus $131 on top of that. Now each year over year, that would be compounded. There's a proverb that I really like, and it goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, the second best time is now. Start saving for your future and put the money that the system wants you to spend on new flashy things and useless media into the future, into your future. Now, once again, I'm Fuji, and I'll catch you on the next video.
Hey, subscribe. Hey, subscribe. Please.